Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another foundation first impression. You guys know I love filming foundation first impressions. Like, foundations and base products are just what I'm obsessed with most when it comes to makeup. They're my favorite things, so I'm really excited to do another one for you guys. Today we're reviewing the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick. So I've gotten tons of requests to review this foundation for such a long time now, but I never wanted to pick it up because I don't know, I was just a little bit hesitant. I didn't think it was really aimed at my skin type. I think it's aimed for more drier skin types, and my skin is kind of like normal to slightly combo. It just really depends on the weather and the day and like what is happening with my skin. It can be a little bit sensitive. I actually have a rash right now. I don't know if you guys can see. My skin is just so annoying. But then I was at IMAX this past weekend and I figured now is the time. I'll just pick it up. I love filming these types of videos for you guys. And I just figured it would be a really good time to test it out while I can get a discount. I think I got like 20% off or something when I bought it at IMAX. So on the Sephora US website, it retails for $43. So I think in Australia it's like $60-ish. But I paid around 40 at IMAX, 40 or 50, I'm not really sure. Basically it says this foundation is a long-lasting multitasking cover stick with invisible coverage for foundation touch-ups and contouring. It's meant to be really good for like 4K filming and like photography and just look really, really beautiful on camera. So I'm really excited to try it out. So this is the little box that it comes in, pretty standard, and then you have the little tube of the foundation itself. So it's like a little chunky chode of a stick, and it just has a little pop-off cap like this, and then you see there's another little plastic cap, and this little cap's actually really good because it really like suctions itself on there. I don't know if you guys can like hear it, like has a little lip, so it really stays on there and it's going to keep the product from drying out, which I really like. That is it wound up all the way. That is all the foundation that you get in this. So fucking hell, that's really expensive for like how much. That is nothing. Oh my god, that is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go through this so quickly. It's 12.5 grams, so it's literally half the amount of a regular foundation, which would be 30 mils. Grams and mils are like the same. The shade that I got in this foundation is 120 equals Y245, which I think on the website it said it was like soft sand or something. I just picked up the exact same shade as I wear in the regular Ultra HD liquid foundation because I just figured I would be the same shade. I'm just going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer just to prime one side of my face. We're not going to take too much, just a little bit. We're just going to see how the foundation lasts on prime skin as opposed to non-prime skin. So I'm going to start with the prime side first, just applying maybe like that much. I have no idea. I don't know how much I'm going to need. I'm just going to use my Sigma Round Kabuki F82 brush today. And yeah, I'm just going to start working this into my face. It glided on really nicely on this side as well, like the stick itself. You can tell it's really creamy and like buttery. It actually blended out really, really nicely. I think I do need to go in with a bit more just for like the center of my face. It actually looks really, really nice so far. It looks very, very dewy on my skin. Like I can tell that this is going to be a foundation that transfers onto your fingers quite a bit. I think the color actually matches my chest and my neck perfectly. So I've just zoomed you guys in so you can have a quick look at what my skin is looking like at the moment. You can still see a lot of my redness peeking through on my nose. And this is obviously what my skin looks like with no foundation. So it did a really nice job of just evening out my complexion, matching it to the rest of my body, and just like hiding that redness. And yeah, it's a really nice coverage at the moment. Very light, but I think we could probably build it up. So that's like blended out really nicely. I'm just going to do the same with the right side of my face. Again, it's spreading really, really nicely over the skin. This side blended out really nicely. I actually think it feels less like slidey and slippery, if you guys feel me. I'm actually going to do another layer but try it with a beauty blender and just see how that applies a bit more coverage. There's a hair tickling my nose. So that's what it looks like after I've blended out 2 layers on my skin, one with the brush and one with the beauty blender. So far the coverage is looking really good. I think the color is a perfect match for my tan. So I'm not sure if you guys can see around my mouth, I do have a bit of a rash at the moment, so it's not really sitting very nicely on there. The rest of my face is very, very dewy. I don't know if you guys can see. It just looks like very sweaty, very luminous and very dewy. So I think if you have dry skin, you're going to love this. Oily skin, steer clear and normal skin. We're going to see how it goes throughout the rest of the day. So as of right now, it is really accentuating my texture just because the foundation itself is so dewy, but I'm going to see how it's going through the rest of the day once I apply all my regular face products and that sort of stuff. It is currently 12:46 in the afternoon. I will check back in with you guys once my makeup is done. Alright guys, so it is now 3:18 in the afternoon. So far the makeup is looking pretty good, and by the makeup I mean the foundation. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really like this foundation, I gotta be honest. It looks okay, it's just like really dewy. It's sticking like around my chin and my nose and my forehead. It's kind of like clinging to the dry patches that I have there. Like I said, I do have that rash around my mouth, so it might not be as bad as it is right now. Just like the overall look of the foundation is just very tacky. Like when I touch it, it comes off on my fingers. Even though I set it with a translucent setting powder, I feel like it's just feels like I haven't set my face basically. So yeah, I'm just gonna check back in a couple of hours and we'll see how all of this is going. Alright guys, so I'm back and it is now 5:12 in the afternoon. I'm probably only going to leave the foundation on for like another 2 hours because I just need to get it off my face. It's so hot and I don't like wearing makeup for that long. So I had the foundation on for 5 hours now. It's looking pretty good. Like it looks the same as it did when I last checked in. It just like feels kind of heavy on my face. Like just feels kind of cakey, if you guys get what I mean. It looks really bad around my mouth here, but like I said, I do have like a weird rash going on because I had a reaction to some skincare stuff, so that is just because of that, I'd say. But if you do have dry skin, it is going to cling to it because it's really dry around here right now. The rest of my face is looking okay. It's kind of annoying me on my nose. It looks very shiny and oily and dewy, and I don't typically get like very oily skin. Also, there's not really much difference between the prime side and the non-prime side of what I can see. I realized that I forgot to insert a flash test earlier as well, so I will insert one now so you guys can see what the foundation looks like under flash photography. I found that there wasn't any flashback. I think it looks really beautiful in photos, and just like on camera right now I can just tell it looks really, really nice, especially like under my studio lighting. This is going to be like a go-to for me for like photo shoots and like taking photos for Instagram and filming and that sort of stuff. This isn't really like a long wearing foundation for me just because it is so creamy on my skin, and I want something that's like a little bit more matte. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. It's now 7:08 in the evening, so I'm pretty keen to take my makeup off. My lashes are falling off and I'm just feeling like really, really tired. I just want to hop into bed and go to sleep because I am a grandma. It still looks pretty much the same as it did the last 2 times that I checked in, so there hasn't been too many changes. The prime side held up the same as the non-prime side, so I don't think it matters too much what primer that you use. The color is a perfect match and it has lasted really well. It hasn't patched off or like just gotten like all patchy and mottled throughout the day as a lot of other foundations can. Overall, I think it's a really nice foundation. I think it's really nicely pigmented. The color range is really good, and yeah, I don't know, I really like it. I probably wouldn't wear it for like events or things that I'm going to for like a long period of time, so I'm probably going to use this foundation for when I'm filming and that sort of thing because it does look really, really beautiful in photos. So that is it for this video, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you guys out a little bit. If it did, give it a big old thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.